Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is not going to be like the other videos on my channel in that it doesn't have anything to do with fashion or lifestyle. This video is in response to a bothersome video I saw about a week ago. In that video, the YouTuber was lamenting the fact that she had not had time to wash her hair because of being quite busy and traveling, and that because of that, her hair was starting to look a bit, quote, dreadlocky. The implication being that dreadlocks are dirty. Now, this video is not meant to put anybody on blast, which is why I will not be mentioning the name of the person who made this comment in this video. I think that there is enough vitriol on the internet without me spreading more nastiness, but I did find it important enough to me to address because this is the kind of comment that people who are not considered classic, either in their looks or in their behavior, in their identity, it is those kinds of comments that make them feel less than. And so the purpose of this video, or the hope of this video, is that if somebody who is feeling less than stumbles upon this video, they will be lifted up. I also don't think it my job to try to convince anyone to act right or to behave properly or to be nice. I'm not their mother, and many times I feel that that is a fruitless effort. This particular YouTuber is quite popular, gets free high-end items all the time, free travel, and really, I don't think would have any motivation to address that comment or even think that there was anything wrong with it, despite some disappointed comments being made to the video. If I tried to bend every person who didn't agree with me to my will, then I'd probably end up in a coma from banging my head against the wall. So I just don't find it worth expending the energy to get people to see why comments they make can be really dangerous. I've always known that dreadlocks are associated with laziness, with filthiness, with lack of motivation, with lack of intelligence, and it's just not true. I really love the fact that women and men are doing what they want with their hair, wearing it as they see fit. I used to relax my hair, and then I used to braid, after relaxing it, braid extensions into my hair because I have really, really tight curls, and I wanted, the appearance of long, flowy hair. And that process of relaxing and always keeping it in braids was very damaging to my hair and broke my hair. And the best decision I ever made for my hair was to let it dread. What I'd always done is that the night before I was due to get another relaxer, which was typically the morning that I was going to go get braids, I would comb out, I would unbraid my hair and comb out my the dreaded hair. It didn't even occur to me that there were dreadlocks at the time, but I would comb them out in preparation for the relaxing process. It was so bad for my hair. So that night when I was faced with that task, something in me just couldn't, I just couldn't do it. And so the hair had grown out, and so I just cut them where my hair ended and the braids begin. I just cut them out, and I had little dreadlocks, and that was 15 or 16 years ago. And that was the beginning of my dreadlock journey, and I have not looked back. Why it bothers me that implications about my intelligence and my hygiene are potentially being made because of how I choose to wear my hair is because that is a really big judgment to be made on the book because of its cover. People should be allowed to do whatever they want with their hair. Relax it, hot iron it, curl it, braid it, dread it, fro it, whatever they want. They should be allowed to do that without knowing in the back of their minds that they are being judged negatively, or without an implication being made about their character because of how they choose to wear their hair. I think this bothers me in particular as an African woman, because there's a lot of negativity around black hair. Even in our community, there is this idea that our hair isn't good hair, and it's not true. I definitely fell prey to that growing up in this country, where what you see and what you were told is beautiful is not what looks like you. I remember wearing towels and pillowcases on top of my mom would plait my hair. I don't know, that's what we called it. I don't know what you would call it. Anyway, where the hair was tightly wound with string into very intricate designs. So I definitely stood out. And all I wanted was to have the long, flowy hair that I was told was good hair. And I just want people who watch this video who are struggling with the way that they look and the way that they feel because of the way that they look, that there is nothing wrong with the way that you look, and there's nothing wrong with your hair. My hair is good hair, your hair is good hair, blonde hair is good hair, red hair is good hair, short hair is good hair, long hair is good hair, a bald head is good hair. It doesn't matter. For fear of this getting too rambly, I think that I'm just going to end this by reading the response that I wrote on the wall of this YouTuber, to whom I should mention that I quietly unsubscribed. I didn't feel the need to freak out and tell everybody that I unsubscribed and whatever else that people do. I mean, if I don't like something, if I don't like someone, I just cut them out. It's just made my life so much more peaceful and fulfilling. And I don't gain anything by getting into some kind of verbal boxing match with these people. It's not worth it. I am not one to avoid confrontation when needed. And I did speak my mind. I'll read you the response that I put on the wall. But this angry back and forth that I see, I just don't think it's worth it. Nobody is worth that. So let me just read what I wrote, and then we'll call it good. Really disappointed. I was taken aback by the dreadlock comment. I suppose you did not mean to offend, but I was still startled. There are a lot of beautiful people on YouTube, but I subscribed to your channel because you struck me as someone who is also humble and lovely. I am a physician. When I was applying for medical school, I was advised by someone who was already a physician that I should consider cutting my dreadlocks before my interviews, implying that the fact that I had dreadlocks would detract from my stellar GPA, my volunteering experience, the fact that I am a violinist, etc. Needless to say, I did not listen. I don't have much more to add than what has already been said below. I'm not sure why I'm so sad about this, not knowing you personally. I think it may be in part because not a week goes by that one of my young, impressionable patients opens up to me about how unworthy they feel they are because they don't fit traditional standards of beauty, and it is not uncommon for me to take care of a patient hospitalized after going to great lengths to reach some of those standards. Comments like this, whether or not they mean to, contribute to this. I will continue to build them up, whatever race, hairstyle, size, gender identity, or lack thereof, until they are wise enough to appreciate just how beautiful they are, no matter what anyone implies. So that was the comment I posted on her video, and before I posted that comment, I read some of the comments below. I kind of scrolled down to see if anybody else was startled by the dreadlock comment, and people were, and a few of the posts were very nicely and very respectfully worded responses to that comment, and they were met with the typical, why are you so easily offended? She didn't mean anything by it. Why do you have to make it a race issue? Like, just all the common crap that people bring up when they don't have any desire to put themselves in somebody else's shoes and just listen and try to understand where they're coming from. There were some other comments about, you know, she has a right to her opinion, you know, she can say whatever she wants, it's her channel. And yes, that is true. You know, we live in a country, blessedly, where we have the right to say most anything we want whenever we want. But one of my best friends made a comment years ago where he said, just because you can be an asshole doesn't mean you should be. I could say all kinds of baseless and banal things to all kinds of people, but I choose not to, because just because I can doesn't mean that I should. And I will leave it at that. I don't really have anything more to say except that I think that there is beauty in everyone. It's been a long time since I have assigned the word ugly to another human being, unless I was referring to their insides. I just want anybody who is struggling with their physical appearance to know that they are worth all of their successes, that their hard work is worth praise, that any injustices that they have survived deserve to be acknowledged, that they are huge contributions to this world, and that self-love is the best love, and focusing on that, focusing on growing the person that you really like, that you really love, is really all that matters. And that shines through, and you will notice that for the most part, the people you attract are the people who will think that you are pretty damn special too, and anybody who doesn't, you will cut them out and your life will be the richer for it. So that is it. I have nothing more to say. I think I've said I've had nothing more to say 3 times. I could go on and on, but that is what I wanted to share. If anybody has had experience with anything like this, I would love to hear it. You know, I think that these are the kinds of things that should be talked about. I think a lot of people feel that they might be alone, and they really aren't. So I would love to hear. Any hoodle, I hope everybody's having a good day. I am going to probably record some more videos, maybe. And I hope that you're enjoying your weekend. It's the weekend here, really hot. So I hope if it's hot where you are that you're staying cool. And we will see you next time. Peace-ins.